There's a lot to consider when moving to the San Fernando Valley, and when you look at a map, it may be even more confusing because the region is so large, about 250 square miles. And so the answer really lies and depends on what you want in your lifestyle, your day-to-day activities, and what type of opportunities you are looking for when moving to the San Fernando Valley. Do you want something that's close to the entertainment industry? Do you want something that is in walking distance to your shopping and your restaurants? Are you looking for more of that suburban lifestyle? Is living close to Ventura Boulevard important to you? Do you want to live close to the West Los Angeles area? Are you considering being stuck in traffic, commute time while you're working? Your price range, because that's going to be a major factor when making that move to the San Fernando Valley. So all of these questions will be answered in this video, so let's just jump right into it. Now, a lot of people move to the San Fernando Valley because of its connection to the entertainment industry. I know a lot of people think Hollywood when it comes to the entertainment industry, but really the San Fernando Valley is home to more studios, especially when you consider the city of Burbank. So if you are considering working in that industry and you're going to be connected to studios like Warner Brothers, Disney, Universal Studios, NBC, CBS, and other big studios, post-production, pre-production, animation, and all of the industries that support the entertainment industry, well, the San Fernando Valley is going to be your spot. Specifically cities like Burbank, Glendale, and the neighborhoods of North Hollywood and Studio City. All of these put you really close to the entertainment industry where all the studios are, and it'll cut down on your commute time. Now, there are other places to work in the entertainment industry within the San Fernando Valley, but if that's your main goal, then you're going to want to be in this eastern portion. If you take a look at the map, and you'll see where these locations are in relation to all of the San Fernando Valley, these are going to be the spots for you. I can't tell you how many people I come across in the Valley that work in the industry. My neighbor is a writer, producer. I've got another neighbor that works in post-production. I got another neighbor that's in pre-production. So there's a lot of people that live in the San Fernando Valley, and they choose to live there. Now I'm talking about Encino, and I can't tell you how many times they wish they actually lived more east and closer to the studios, especially when they had to go into the office. A lot of them are working from home, but more and more they're being called back to the office and to the studios. So their drive time from the western portion of the valley could be an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Whereas if you're living in those neighborhoods that I mentioned, if you're living right in Burbank, I mean, your commute time is going to be about 15 minutes. And same with Glendale, 20 minutes. And if you live in Studio City and North Hollywood, it's going to be about 30 minutes. So these neighborhoods are not just great for being involved with the entertainment industry, but they have a lot to offer. They've got great food, great shopping, all your amenities that you can imagine, your markets, your movie theaters, bars, restaurants, your Targets, your Costco's, your Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Ralph's Market, and so much more. And all of these places are located within those neighborhoods that I had just mentioned. So each one offers you pretty similar amenities. It's just a type of vibe that you would want to consider when choosing between those four neighborhoods. You are also a lot closer to the downtown Los Angeles area. So if you want to be connected to downtown LA, then that eastern portion of the valley that I mentioned puts you not only within the heart of the entertainment industry in the San Fernando Valley, but it also puts you a lot closer to the downtown area, so that's going to cut down on your traffic. So when moving to the San Fernando Valley, if you are moving for that entertainment industry, then consider the southern eastern portion of the valley. As a reminder, I'm Dave Fine with the Real Estate Dads, a licensed real estate agent right here in Los Angeles, and my team and I love helping people move to and relocate to this awesome city. So if you're thinking about that, make sure you contact us at the information below. All right, so you're considering making that move to the San Fernando Valley, but you still want to be close enough to the West Los Angeles area for whatever reason, whether it's for work, play, you've got family there. So if you're going to do that, then where you'd want to live would be the neighborhoods of Sherman Oaks and Encino. Now, where are these located specifically? These are in the southern portion, kind of the center of the entire San Fernando Valley, but in the southern portion of it, right up against the Santa Monica Mountains. It's basically right where the 405 freeway and the 101 freeway interchange is. You have Sherman Oaks to the east of the 405 freeway, and you have Encino to the west of the 405 freeway, and both of them run along Ventura Boulevard, which we'll get to in a minute why that may be important to you. So if you are going to move to the San Fernando Valley and being close to the west side, these are the neighborhoods for you. If you go too far north up the 405 freeway, it's going to add a tremendous amount of time to your commute time. You're going to be stuck in traffic. And to be honest, the traffic at the 405 and 101 intersection is one of the worst traffic sections in all of Los Angeles and all of the country. probably just beat out by the 10 and the 405 freeway, which is a little south. So let's talk about these neighborhoods of Sherman Oaks and Encino. They're very, very similar. I would argue that Sherman Oaks has a little bit more entertainment value as far as some of the hip and trendy restaurants and the gastropubs go. And Encino's a little bit more quieter, a little less nightlife. So either way, we'll talk about these kind of together because they are so similar. As I mentioned, they're right along Ventura Boulevard. So you're gonna have lots of entertainment as far as restaurants and shopping go. Sherman Oaks has its own little business district, I would say, some mid-rise buildings. Again, that's a little unique, especially when you compare it to Encino. So Sherman Oaks is a neighborhood where you can actually live, work, and play right in one spot, not necessarily having to commute all over the valley or even to the west side area. Both neighborhoods, Sherman Oaks and Encino's, are known for their great schools, especially mainly their elementary schools. So getting that good foundation if you've got a family and that's important to you. Also, it helps home values. So both neighborhoods have your amenities like Target, Costco, Ralph's Supermarket, Whole Foods, and of course your Starbucks and your coffee places and other places to shop. Now, both of these neighborhoods do have access to the West LA area, not just along the 405 freeway, but Sepulveda Boulevard that runs and connects West Los Angeles. So basically, if you go over the hill south, it puts you right into the Westwood area, UCLA, and Brentwood. And both of those areas have business centers. So a lot of times people will work in Westwood, work in Brentwood, and live in the valley because they want the suburban life. And quite honestly, it's a lot more affordable than just over the hill in Westwood and Brentwood when you're comparing the home prices and just your day-to-day lifestyle. We have a lot of clients that choose specifically to live in Sherman Oaks and Encino for that very reason, because they do work in Westwood or they work in Brentwood, and they want to be able to live the best of both worlds. Because if you want that a little bit more of that high-end entertainment and you want to go into Westwood and Brentwood, you're just a commute over the hill. Now, while I say it's just over the hill, trust me, you're going to be stuck in traffic. That over the hill still could be an hour drive, but it's a lot closer than if you're living in northern parts of the valley or the eastern portions or too far west, because then you're going to add another 40 minutes to your drive. All right, a big factor of when considering where to move in a specific area like the San Fernando Valley, and again, we mentioned how large it is, the price range and the price point becomes a big issue because the San Fernando Valley is not created equal when it comes to housing prices. And in this section, we're going to give you a little bit of a taste of some of the price ranges when it comes to purchasing a home. If you want more videos about the San Fernando Valley, make sure you check out my channel. I've got a lot of videos that go into great detail about the San Fernando Valley. And so make sure you subscribe, tap the bell to get notified for new videos, and hit the like button if you like what you see, and comment below. We love hearing from people that watch our videos. So let's jump into the different sections of the valley. We're going to start off if you want to live around the southern portion. So you want to be connected to West LA, or you want the easy commute into Burbank or into downtown going east, then the southern portion of the valley is going to be your best bet. Now, when you're living in the southern portion, we are talking about places like Tarzana, Encino, Sherman Oaks, Studio City, Valley Village, all the way in through Burbank. Again, this runs along Ventura Boulevard, but even there is a big cross-section of home prices. If you're going to live just north of Ventura Boulevard, which is right along the 101 freeway, you're going to be looking at a median price of about $1,370,000. Now, from time to time throughout this section, I'm going to be looking at my computer here because I want to make sure I'm giving you the right numbers, and frankly, I don't have it all memorized. Now, if you're going to live south of Ventura Boulevard, you're going to see a big uptick in price, and you're going to be around $2,075,000. The reason for this is twofold. When you're south of the boulevard, you are most likely going to be in the Santa Monica kind of Hollywood Hills section, the back end of it. So you're going to have hillside property, which already adds to the price, potentially amazing views, larger lots, and bigger homes. Also, it puts you that much closer to West Los Angeles, making that connection. And we all know, but if you looked at my other videos, West Los Angeles is significantly more expensive when it comes to housing when you're comparing West LA to San Fernando Valley. So again, southern portion, there is a difference whether you're going to live south of Ventura Boulevard or north of Ventura Boulevard. Now, let's say you're considering a condo. Well, there's condos both north and south. For the most part, your condos are going to be north of Ventura Boulevard, and you're going to be looking at around $680,000 for a condo, median price. Now, let's move north, and we're going to talk about the center section of the San Fernando Valley, places like Winnetka, Canoga Park, Reseda, Lake Balboa, Van Nuys. Those sections are what we call the center portion of the valley, and going to be one of your least expensive places to live in the San Fernando Valley. For a single family home, median price is going to be about $840,000. And for a condo, let me take a look, remind myself, For a condo, it's going to be about $485,000. So you can see the significant difference between living in the southern portion along Ventura Boulevard and living in the center section. Now, there's a reason for that. There's twofold, two reasons as well. When you're in the center, there really isn't an easy way to get to the freeways. So it takes a lot longer to get to other sections of the valley and other sections of Los Angeles, because it takes you probably around 15 minutes, possibly 20 minutes just to get to the freeway. And we all know the freeway, if you've seen my other videos, traffic is insane in Los Angeles. And so it just adds to your commute time. And I will say that the center portion of the valley just hasn't been built out as much. There hasn't been as much desire to live there, although that is slowly changing as prices have gone up around the border and the edges of the San Fernando Valley. People are tending to move inward, which is bringing more business and more redevelopment. So that is changing slowly, but for the most part, if you're looking for places to live that are more walkable and close to entertainment, then the center portion of the valley isn't for you, but it is a lot more affordable, and you can just drive to those sections of the valley. All right, we're going to head north again along the 118 freeway. These are neighborhoods like Porter Ranch and Granada Hills, a lot more suburban lifestyle there. Like the southern portion of the valley, the northern portion of the valley butts up against hills and mountains as well. And so there is a difference between living north of the 118 freeway and south of the 118 freeway, because north you're going to be living in hillside property. So once again, larger homes, larger lots, and potential views. So if you're living north of the 118 freeway, the median price of a single family home is around $1,330,000. And if you're going to live south of that freeway, the median price is going to be about $770,000. And to buy a condo in this area, you're looking around $770,000. Now, there's not a lot of condo options, just as an FYI. Okay, the next section we'll talk about is probably going to be the most affordable portion of the San Fernando Valley, and this is going to be the northeastern portion of the valley. Places like San Fernando and Sylmar and the surrounding neighborhoods. Now, to live there, single family home median price is going to be about $750,000, and for a condo you're looking at about $490,000. So you can see there's a wide gap of prices when considering the different regions of the San Fernando Valley. And again, if you want more details, make sure you check out other videos or feel free to reach out to my team and I. So when you're considering a move to the San Fernando Valley, just know that it is one of the most suburban areas of all of Los Angeles. Now, while Los Angeles is known as a chilled kind of city, well, a little mix of chill and hustle, the San Fernando Valley is more relaxed. There's less entertainment. It's kind of dead after 10 p.m. Yes, there are certain bars and restaurants that stay open a bit later, but certainly not like your West Los Angeles areas or your Hollywood, your Beverly Hills, even eastern portions like Los Feliz, downtown area, where you're going to find lots of entertainment that's open until 2 in the morning. Well, not so much the case in the San Fernando Valley, especially the more you live in the northern section and the central section. Most of your entertainment, your later entertainment is going to be along the Ventura Boulevard and into the Burbank, Glendale portions of the San Fernando Valley. So if you still want to be part of Los Angeles but don't want necessarily that big city feel, then the San Fernando Valley is definitely for you. It's quieter, there's less traffic, it's less dense, less congested. Not to say that when you compare it to probably some places where you're coming from, well, it may feel pretty dense, pretty trafficy, and pretty congested. However, when comparing it to the rest of Los Angeles, it's all relative, it is less so. You just have more of a sense of space when living in the San Fernando Valley. I would say that the San Fernando Valley is more for people that like the block parties, want to hang out in the backyard, poolside, barbecues, little get-togethers in the house, game night, letting the kids roam around the neighborhood on their bikes, being part of the park systems. If that's all what you're looking for, then the San Fernando Valley is something to consider for sure. And pretty much all of the San Fernando Valley has that to offer you when considering your move. So again, you're just may not be sure exactly where to live in the San Fernando Valley. My team and I are certainly able to help you with that. Reach us at the contact information below. Check out some of our other videos because it does make a difference of where you live in the San Fernando Valley. While it is all suburban and you have that suburban lifestyle, each region has its own feel. And depending on why you're moving to the San Fernando Valley will determine on what portion of the San Fernando Valley that you would like to live in. And of course, price range dictates that as well. So you can see various regions, there's a wide variety of price points. So that could also be a determining factor. So again, make sure you subscribe to the channel, tap the bell to get notified for new videos, hit the like button, comment below. We'd love to hear from you.